to create a revolution of positive, transformational experiences through acts of kindness. I'm hosting a series of live interviews with leaders in our community that are doing just that. Some are individuals that represent organizations, some are just individuals. Tonight, we're joined by Cathy Zell, who is the Executive Director of the Lansing Community College Foundation. Cathy, thanks so much for joining us. What is the Lansing Community College Foundation?
Well, thank you, Bob, for having me. I'm so excited to be here and share a little bit. So yeah, the Lansing Community College Foundation is a supporting organization. So we're our own organization, yet we support Lansing Community College. And we were incorporated in order to support students and for their educational purposes.
So in what ways do you do that?
Oh my goodness, that's a great question. And there's so many ways that it's sometimes hard to answer. The biggest way is scholarships. So our scholarship applications went out in January. We had 1,300 applications. We were able to award 418 of those. So excited that we were able to offer 418, but obviously with 1,300 applicants, the need is greater. So that's exciting. So that's one way we help is through those scholarships. We also have a fund called LCC Cares. It's an emergency basic needs fund. And many of our students are food insecure. We have several students that are homeless. And so we created this fund to sort of help with emergency basic needs. So that student whose car breaks down and they have to decide, am I going to pay my tuition or am I going to get my car fixed? If I get my car fixed, I can continue to work, which means I can pay tuition later. Or if I pay tuition, then I don't have a car. And then how do I get to campus? And and through that fund, we buy bus passes and food, and we'll pay a utility bill here and there, for some hardship that came up.
So much has changed since COVID came on the scene. So I'm wondering if you can talk about what the foundation looked like pre-COVID and what it looks like now. Has a lot changed?
Well, for one thing, I didn't have my dog sitting next to me, pre-COVID. I was sitting in an office. So certainly the location where we work has changed. For the foundation, not a lot has changed. We are still raising money. We are still supporting students. From a college, of course, things have changed. And we're a technical, we have so many technical programs. They're just things that you can't learn online, or at least I'm assuming you don't want your phlebotomist to have learned how to do that online. You can't teach a firefighter how to do that online, and you can't teach a massage therapist how to do that online. And so their lives were really disrupted mid-semester, and many of them were slated to finish in May, and therefore would have had a livable wage, and now they don't. So, so we're going to teach as many classes as possible online this coming fall in order to get those kids back as soon as it's safe to do so, to finish those technical degrees and get them there. So, so certainly life has changed pretty significantly, as you can imagine, for the college.
And I'm going to assume that the need is going to be much greater now for scholarships.
Yes. So for scholarships and emergency basic needs, both, so I think that many of our students who had jobs, many of them worked, for example, in restaurant and food industries. And so they're without work right now. So they have expenses. Many of our students didn't have internet, and those classes that were able to go online went online. And now all of a sudden, they need internet. Many of our students didn't have laptops. So we have laptops that they can borrow for a semester. We're getting some jetpacks that they can borrow for a semester. And everything has to be on loan, because if we give it to them, it affects their financial aid. So they'll borrow it for a semester. And so we did have, I think it was 120 or so laptops that were checked out to finish this last semester. So certainly needs have changed, and financial needs, I anticipate, will be even greater next year.
Cathy, can you tell us some stories of, students that you've come across or of that have been helped, and how much it changed their life for the better?
Yeah, so I actually brought some. I want to read a couple because I don't want to get them wrong, and they're so great. And so Sue, who was given a scholarship, she said, when I was notified of the scholarship, I cried. The recognition and encouragement to continue my studies means everything to me. I'll be the first in my family to earn a degree. I've endured this have endured most of this academic journey alone with no support. I'm accumulating student loans. I haven't had anybody contribute to my education, nor did I think anybody ever would. I truly cannot put into words how special it is that someone believes in me and would be willing to put money towards my education, towards me earning a degree. I can promise that this gift, a scholarship, will be paid forward in lives when I'm able to. I help others one day. And I just thought,
Wow.
it wasn't just the scholarship money. It was also the thought that someone believed in Sue. And, that, what that means to have somebody believe in you. And as a first generation student, it's possible that her parents didn't know how to believe in her. So.
Right. That's a great story, Cathy. So I always end the interviews asking people always the same question. And it's tell me something good, Cathy.
There's so much good and so many awesome things happening, aside from my dog walking behind me right now. But I think the biggest thing or the best thing is the people. I have an awesome board of directors, and thank you, Bob, for serving as one of our board members. I so appreciate that. And we've got wonderful donors. I have a great staff that will work tirelessly from their homes and figured out how to uproot themselves. I have wonderful support from my supervisor and her team. It's just the people. I mean, from the students we support and our student employees who, one of which who went from homeless to going to the University of Michigan next year and a full ride. I mean, it's the people. They make every day worth coming to work and every day worth working harder.
Well, thank you, Cathy, for what you do, for what the foundation does and what LCC does. You're making a difference. You're helping. One last quick question that I did forget to ask you is where can people go to find out more information and also if they're able to make a donation?
Right. So if you go to lcc.edu/foundation, that'll be our main page. All of our contact information is there, and it's scrolling across the bottom there. And, you can select to start your own scholarship. You can select LCC Cares, which is that Emergency Basic Needs Fund, and donate there, or just simply send me a message. My email address is Zella3, it's Z like zebra, ELL3 at lcc.edu, and would love to work with anyone that wants to help, volunteer, donate, and have questions.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Cathy.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And I love these daily podcasts or interviews or whatever you're calling them.
And if you like the interviews, make sure that you visit our Facebook page. You can comment, you can make suggestions, you can be a guest, and then share your good news, because there's a lot of good news out there, even though we're hearing a lot of negative. So we will see you tomorrow night with another interview. Thanks.